It's a really good bike. The more I ride this off-road, I realize this is pretty much all I need because you get a pretty decent workout. It's very easy to ride off-road. The only thing I would do is get like some knobby tires rather than those. These are new tires, but I'm already wearing them out. I put on lots of miles because if they were a little bit grippier off-road, it would stay, it wouldn't slide as much. But this thing, all the hills I've gone up, it's climbed them. And all the sand and stuff like that, the wide tires that it has, really helps it out because it's a little bit firmer. And I think the Ruckas would be just as good off-road as this one. The downside of this one has got a lot of plastic. Yeah, I think some of the things I like about riding a scooter off-road is that, first of all, they're cute, so they're very unassuming. So I think that's one of the benefits. Just for riding a scooter throughout, you can get away with a lot of stuff. Also, scooters are street legal right off the bat. So you can just ride them on the street. What happens a lot of times when you ride off-road, you have a dirt bike and then you need a pickup truck and then you get a trailer. Whoa, look at how steep the sand is. So you get like a trailer and you have to put your bike in the trailer and then take it somewhere, park. And normally cops know where the pickup trucks are that have the trailers that come to ride illegally. So they wait for you in the parking lot and basically confiscate your bike. I've seen that happen actually here. And that's one of the reasons you should have a dual sport instead of a full-on dirt bike that's only able to ride on trails. What I like about this thing, I could still trailer it, but I can trailer it in a very small... I hear something. I think there's bikes here. So you can trailer this in a minivan, in a Honda Element. You can just take it in very small vehicles to the trailhead. So it's a very stealthy vehicle. Sure, it might not be as great off-road as a dirt bike, but you can still have a lot of fun. So this thing lets you be a little bit stealthier than a proper dirt bike. And if you get a 125, you're not going to have problems climbing hills and stuff like that. The other benefit is they're very fuel efficient. This bike on the street gets 115 miles to the gallon because it's fuel injected. So basically you are riding for days. To ride a dirt bike 30 miles is a very significant amount of time. Oh, shoot, I kind of got stuck over there. This is, I don't think I've been in any sort of like muddy terrain. So, because it rained a couple of days, it definitely feels very weird. That's what I like about this bike, man. As a bike, a casual bike to ride around trails, it's perfect. Of course, if you like the speed, and I do like the speed and the agility of dirt bikes, but once in a while, man, just get your bearings on the dirt and exploring trails. A scooter like this is just phenomenal. I mean, the more I ride it, the more I appreciate a nifty 50. You still have to be very careful because the, having little wheels and stuff makes it sometimes a little hard. You can fall down. But this bike weighs 190 pounds. And you often don't hear about guys talking about, all right, holy shit, I am very wet. Oh, man, that was very dirty. Well, might as well get some more dirt going. Man, this thing just tracks right through. God damn. Look at this thing. I am so surprised with this thing. Holy shit. I am like so dirty. This kind of feels good, man. The good old days of riding dirt. It's got so much. This bike is actually worse in this sort of gravel because the suspension is just not very good for it. And I'm trying to avoid hitting large rocks. There's a lot of things that could be a vast improvement, but remember, it's not a dirt bike, but it could be used as a very little off-roading bike, especially if you have a van or something. You want to take it with you to a trail, you want to be stealthy. This is what you want to be stealthy. You don't want a very large bike. I'm telling you, man, I've dropped my XR650, and the XR650 was a very light bike. I think it was at 277 pounds. And to pick it up when you're tired and it's hot out, it is so difficult. And as the days goes by, you get more tired, and it just keeps getting worse for you to pick up a bigger bike. But XR650 is a light bike compared to a KTM Adventure or BMW. You don't see a lot of BMW guys going through here. Yeah, my suspension is definitely not great, but I think the different oil was quite good. Also keep in mind, this doesn't have a lot of ground clearance, so you don't want to scrape your gas tank, because that's where the gas tank is. It's right on the floor. Oh, see, like this bike, though, can't really go up on a lot of stuff. But if you had a dirt bike with a 21-inch wheel, you could. Also keep in mind, I have cast wheels, so if you break a wheel, you're kind of out of luck. But on a wire spoked wheel, you can pretty much ride home and you can fix it with another spoke. Man, it feels pretty good to ride off-road. I've been hearing so many accidents of people getting killed and hitting curbs and stuff that it's nice to just ride around here. You really clear your head. I really like riding in the dirt. I think the reason I stopped riding is because I kept wanting to go to different places. But the problem is, to ride in the DC area, there's very few places that let you ride for free. And this bike is just so quiet that nobody hears you. It's a very difficult bike to pinpoint. I'm sure you can, but I mean, this thing is just not hurting anybody. And mudding it, shit, holy cow. I am pretty dirty, guys. Oh man, I'm telling you, and nobody hears you because you're not on a douchey dirt bike making noise. Because you know, a lot of guys, they get like the louder exhaust and stuff. It'll be harder to make those turns and stuff because this thing weighs so little, and you can put your legs out like this to kind of stop. You really have a lot of control, more than a dirt bike. And on a dirt bike, I keep hitting my my man parts everywhere. Let me go this way, because oh shit, we can't go that. We have to go around it. You know, because of the gas tank, guys hit their man parts on the tank if you have a get off or something like that. But on this, there's no gas tank in the front. It's in the floorboard. It is surprisingly agile, guys. Can you imagine a little ruckus and stuff now that they're kind of falling out of favor with modders? Modders are getting the Groms. Even a Grom over here would be killer. But having that gas tank in the floorboard, keeping your weight down, I mean, if you're learning how to ride a dirt bike, this might be the way for it. Oh. And parts and stuff for it are very inexpensive. There's definitely some limitations, but I think for the most part, man, these little 50s, and you don't have to register them, or you do, but it's cheap. You don't have to keep paying. They're very cheap to insure. These little things, though, are a little bit harder to clear because your tires just hit it and it feels like you have no suspension. And you don't. You have very limited suspension. But that's why you have to be smooth. I mean, it goes pretty well. And you can't do jumps. I mean, I'm sure you can, but... Oh, here's that creek. Let's go this way. And, of course, no ground clearance whatsoever. But, man, it's been pretty fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this Yamaha C3 video. I really enjoy off-roading in general, and I think I want to get more into it. I don't want to destroy my Yamaha C3 because it is like, you know, you are riding off-road, so the chances of messing something up, you know, they're a little bit more dramatic, I think. But look at that. Fuel injected. It's hard to get a fuel injected dirt bike cheap. Well, squids, that's what riding a Yamaha C3 through a little trail looks like. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.